All right, so this is level 1 on understanding how to do Janu Sirsasana. And not to scare you, it's not Sirsasana headstand. We're not going upside down, even though that's so much fun when the world seems like it's upside down. If you go upside down, you can put things right side up. But we're gonna start at our hop at our mat, tuya. So put your feet at the top. Don't look at my swollen ankle, it's very cute. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold forward. You can soften your knees as much as you need to because both of your feet are together. Inhale, halfway. And exhale to step it back. Palms of the hands completely flat, even thumbs are flat. Bend your elbows in, shoulders over fingertips. Inhale, scoot your seat forward, chin up. And then exhale to tuck your toes or roll them over to take them back. So take 5 deep breaths here. Relax the crown of your head. And knowing that, hey, we're not gonna do a headstand, but this is actually downward facing dog as a slight inversion because the head is facing down. 2 more. You should not chew gum and do yoga at the same time, so if you are, you better take that out now. Exhale, drop the knees, cross your ankles, or put your legs onto your side and roll on over. So one note that I did make is when your feet are together, you know, your knees don't have to be completely straight. So when you're standing with 2 legs together like so. However, when you got 1 leg, you don't want to bend this knee. And the reason being is because if I bend my knee, all of a sudden one hip goes lower than the other hip. And you might find this when you're driving in your car that this actually happens. My left hip actually slightly goes down and back, and I'm driving with my right foot if you're in this country, or other way around. So that's the reason why you do not bend the knee with 1 leg, okay? Even though maybe Hook got away with it. So, or maybe I did for the past couple of weeks. The leg is, this is 75 degrees. You don't want it all the way out here because all of a sudden my pelvis has decided to go that way and I'm not folding this way. So bring it in 75 degrees, lift your chest up and then fire your sit bones, so Mula Bandha. And if you start to fall forward and you really feel that left hip abductor lifting, you want to make sure that it doesn't lift. In order for it not to lift and you don't have strong gluteus maximus power behind you, you can fold your mat in half and press the left hip onto the mat and then right here. And now inhale, lift up. So if you lift up and you fold forward and all of a sudden you realize this is how far I'm going, honey, and I can't go any further. Well, we could use a strap, right? Well, yeah, you could use a strap if you wanted to. However, pay attention to what your diaphragm's doing, what your rib cage is doing. If this is starting to compress here, you're not gonna get anywhere anyways. It's not really gonna happen. So you wanna make sure this is lengthening and that you're pulling your heart forward and pulling in your lower abdominal. So when you go to fold forward, if you feel it in the back of your knee and it doesn't feel comfortable, let it go and just breathe into it. So pay attention to what your breath is doing. Notice if your breath is speeding up or if you're not consciously aware of it. So how long is the inhale and how long is the exhale? So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then as you exhale, let go and go into the posture a little bit more. So you might wonder what the benefits of this posture is. And one of the benefits is, well, it feels really good, that's one thing, but it also is helping with pelvic floor neutrality. So we're aligning the hips. But if the little bitty guy piriformis is weak, you might not want to do this posture just yet. But if it's tight, I say go for it. Exhale, release it out. Move this out if you rolled it up. And we got to go on to the other side. So jumping through, jumping back, here we go. How do we do so? And cross in. Bring your calves very close together. Don't open up the legs wide. Tuck your feet back like fish scales. And then squeeze your calves together. Don't let the shoulders go wider. Again, otherwise you're going to fall forward. You want to bring the spine into a little bit of flexion and then take the fingertips down. Again, keep the knees in. Then lift your chin up, extend the heart forward, squeeze your tailbone as much as you can. If you cannot do this posture, don't worry, there's a video for that. Step back, pull through, lower all the way down, inhale, lift, and then exhale, head in. So we don't want to leave our mat unbalanced, because the whole goal is to feel more like ourselves, and to feel more like ourselves, we have to go through balance. So you either cross over or come through, and then we go to the other side. So again, roll out from the hip abductor, left leg in, right leg out. So this side is completely different. Depending on maybe what country you drive in, this side might be ready to go, and this side is okay sitting back. But again, you don't want one hip back, so you can always lift up the opposite side versus lifting the right side. Inhale, lift, and now exhale to pull forward. Now you might be like, honey, I am never going to be that flexible, and it is never going to happen. Well, nothing is going to happen if you don't practice, and then one day it'll be too late. And there's really never too late. Keep going. However, you don't want to give yourself more work than you really have to do. So I have practitioners that start practicing in their 60s, and they're thankful that they're practicing in their 60s and they're not practicing when they're 80, 90 years old and stuck in a chair yelling at somebody saying, I'm the Mary or something from Romeo and Michelle. I'm the Mary. And maybe, I don't know, if that happens, they'll invent Post-its. Exhale, release it out. Bring it back in, squeeze it together, fingertips down. So as much as you can. Don't push the button. So if I start to go like this, I'm not going anywhere. So act like you got a little monkey tail. You want to curl it in, lift your chin up, step, jump, hop it back, lower, elbows bent. Inhale, lift up, feet long, even though my right foot doesn't want to be flat. Then exhale to take it back. And drop the knees onto the earth, cross through. And there you go, there's Sirsasana A. Maybe take that, I'm gonna run through 3 to 4 times until it's comfortable, because once you transition through Sirsasana A, you have B and C to go. So you'd rather have A down completely where it feels comfortable before you move on to the next step. Namaste.